Okay. This is just a quick little video. Should be just a short little assignment. It's going to take the time it's going to take will just be typing in some of the numbers on your calculator. But wanted to before we get into some of the other things on statistics side of it, I wanted to review some of the basic measurements that we do with statistics, and that just the regular mean, median, mode, and range. So this first page here is a review of the definitions of each. Okay, the mean is all of these except range are considered ways of finding a center of a set of data. Okay, one way we find that center is called the mean. It's calculated by, it's also called the average. Okay, it's computed by adding all the numbers in the data together and then dividing by the number of elements in the set. So in the example that's there, you have the numbers 2, 5, 9, 3, 5, 4, 7, and when you count them up, there's 7 of them. So you can see down below, they added up all the numbers, they divided it by 7, and they got 5. Okay, so that is the mean for these different sets of numbers. Okay, nice thing about the mean on the worksheet is all of the means will work out evenly, no decimals. Okay, so that'll make that part of the calculations a little bit easier. Okay, the second one they've got is actually broken up into a couple different parts here. Remember talking about median. The median is the middle. Okay, the middle physically. Okay, so the median of a data set is dependent on whether the number of elements is odd or even. So your first step is to go through and make sure they're in order. On the problems that you have, they will not be. They will not be in order. So you need to rearrange them, put them in order, and then count to see if the number of elements is even or odd. If it's odd, that's easy. Okay, then all you have to do is find the middle value, and that middle value then is your median for the set. Okay, now if the number of elements in the set is even, then there will be two middle values. So like on this set here, okay, they took the numbers, they put them in order, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 9. They say there's a 4 and a 5 in the middle. So when there are an even number of sets, you have two middle numbers, you average the two middle numbers. So 4 plus 5 is 9. 9 divided by 2 is 4.5. Okay. Again, you're going to have some decimals. You're going to have some 0.5s. About a third of the exercises are going to have 0.5s on your paper. Okay, so you'll have a few, just like that one. Okay. The next one is the mode. And the mode, basically, it stands for the most often occurring data element. It is the number that repeats the most. Okay. And it's they say it's not uncommon for a data set to have more than one mode. You will see this happen in your problems, in your exercises. Okay. This happens when two or more elements occur with equal frequency in the data set. A data set with two modes is called bimodal. With three modes is called trimodal. Okay. Um, okay. You'll have in the of the 10 problems on your worksheet, is one problem that is bimodal. Okay. There are a bunch of them that have no mode. Okay. So you'll just write down none if there is no mode. Okay. So keep that in mind. They'll have several that have a single mode. You have one that has bimodal, but then you have a bunch of them that have no mode. And then the last one that you're being asked to do is to find the range. Okay, range is one of the ways that we talk about dispersion or spread. The range for a data set is the difference between the highest and lowest. Now, normally I would say, that they're going to tell you put them in order from smallest to largest first. Okay, you don't need to do that. Just go through the list, find the smallest and largest, circle them, then subtract them. But since you already have them in order to find the median, you can use that as well. Again, the biggest value minus the smallest value. So you can see in the example below, they found the smallest to be a 2, the largest to be a 9. They subtracted, and the range of numbers is 7. Okay. Now, they gave you these 4 examples. You've done or should have done problems like this before. I don't consider this, again, I think this is kind of a warm up, a easy review. I'm not going to take the time to even do one of the problems on your worksheet. I think you can handle it. Okay, so you have 10 problems to do. The numbers are a little bit bigger, they're 2-digit numbers, but again, you're just going to use your calculator to type them in. The one that's going to require the most work is going to be the average, the mean, where you have to add them all up. So just be careful with your calculator use. You should be fine. Okay, so that's it for this section. This will be section 3 on mean, median, mode, and range. Okay.